What's happening, people? Phil for Yan here. First thing I wanted to talk about today was this takeaway owner. Basically, this guy comes in with a gun and a bag trying to rob him, pulls his gun out on the owner, he says, "Fill up your money." And the takeaway owner's kind of a bit shocked but confused. He wants to serve this other guy. He said he decided to kind of serve the other guy because he didn't want his customer to be in danger. So he just ignores the guy with the gun, gets the order of food, calls out for the customer comes, collects the food, and then he turns and walks back. But this kind of puts off the burglar or the gunman or whatever, armed robber, whatever you want to call him, because he's like, this guy's not scared, and he had a choice then. I guess he could either shoot or not, and I don't think this guy even intended to shoot. He probably didn't even, the gun was probably one of those guns that was kind of filled in or fired blanks or didn't have any ammo or whatever. So the guy, he just turns out and just walks away with his bag, like with his tail between his legs. It was really funny to see. It was in Christchurch in New Zealand, but seeing how this guy just ignored him, it's like that. What the parents say to the children at school, ignore them and they go away. This actually happened. He ignored him and he just went away. This next story is kind of mad. This eagle that was at this wildlife show in Australia, and this boy was there playing with his zipper while the eagle was flying by, and I guess it must have attracted the eagle or something. So he tries grabbing hold of the boy's head to fly away with him, and the boy's there screaming and crying. The show presenters had to kind of call the show to an end and call in the eagle. The thing is, these sort of birds could probably carry a little child, so you have to be careful with them. They are vicious and deadly. Like, some people don't realise, birds are so cool because they fly and they look majestic and whatever, but they can be real killers. Especially like owls. Owls look the cutest, but they're vicious as hell. They're silent killers. You won't even hear them coming and they'd be a bop, dead. Like, they're cool. Cold killers. Yeah, I guess if you've seen the birds, this kind of probably would scare you a bit. So yeah, this next story is kind of cool. This homeless man, well, this is the story, I don't know if it's completely true, but this homeless man was given a job by this painter. Basically, he asked this guy for change as this guy walked past him in Manchester, and the painter was like, "Oh no, I haven't got any change from me, sorry." Carried on with his day. Went in and he was doing a job in the area, so he asked the people that he knew, like that he was doing the job with, whether they knew this homeless man, whether he's on drugs or drunk or whatever. And I think he was just a guy that kind of had bad luck, didn't have a job and whatever. So next thing you know, the painter goes back and offers him a job, starts getting him to help out on his painting job. And it looks pretty cool. It looks like he's getting along with it as well. So this could be a good thing for the guy, because the problem with homelessness, I don't know if it's the same across like different countries and stuff, but in the UK I know once you haven't got an address, it's a lot more difficult to get a job. But if you can get some sort of job like this, or a labourer job, or a job where you're doing it for a person that doesn't mind you not having an address, then it's kind of it's a good thing. But then these sort of jobs are hard to get, so that's the problem. You kind of get in a situation where you're stuck with only a set few. It's the same with like people. A lot of people have become homeless are ex-convicts, so they serve their sentence, they come out of prison, but because they got a criminal record, they struggle to get a job, and then they become homeless, which would make it even more difficult to get a job. And then it's like, it's one of those things where you get stuck in a situation. Anyway, I hope it works out for the guy. I can't imagine what it would be like to be living on the streets and not have someone to call you home. It'd be horrible. And, I don't wish that on anybody. So yeah, I hope he does a good job and gets more work out of this, and then, gets back on his feet. And that'd be good. You never know though, because a lot of people homeless are drugs and drink and stuff. So maybe he might just get the money from the painters and then get down to the off license. Kind of depressing, but sometimes that's the truth. Yeah, I just wanted to finish with this story of these vegan parents. Basically, the story was these vegan parents are forced to give up their child because he's malnourished, and the grandparents are kind of stepping in to take over, I think. It was bad. It's like basically the boy weighed 11 pounds at 14 months, and that's the same as what he should be weighing at 3 months. So he's malnourished, but to say it's because of the diet, I don't know, because the baby has milk for the first sort of, 6 months, I guess? Maybe to like a year, I guess? I'm not too sure. But then they have mashed up food anyway. So you can just mash up vegetables and stuff. But I guess what they're saying they were missing was iron, which is something you have to kind of work into your diet if you don't eat meat. So yeah, it's a difficult one. And I feel for the family if they're going to lose him. But they need to have people in the UK. I don't know if this... Where is this? Yeah, this is in Milan. But in the UK you have a healthcare visitor that comes and checks, and if they think there's any chance the baby might be in trouble and need extra feeding and stuff, they they check and give you help with that, which is one great thing. You know, I think stuff like that needs to be done. Like, I don't mind paying tax money for certain things, and for helping children, that's a big one for me. So yeah, now it's up to the court really to decide whether grandparents would get custody of the boy. I'm kind of decide that probably they need to if they're gonna do this, unless they get some sort of diary, food diary in place for the child, and then make sure the parents stick by that. Anyway, what do you think of any of this? Let me know your comments below. Like I say, I love to hear them and always try to respond to all of them. Like this video if you enjoyed it, because that shows me that you liked it, and you know, gives me an idea what sort of stories you like. And I'll see you next time. Take care. Goodbye.